Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, where you get brews, reviews, but best of all, views. Welcome to another wild camp. This one we're on the fringe of the Lake District, or the edge of the Lake District. This fell's called Sail Fell. It's quite a small one, but it gets a lot of wind off the coast, and today's quite calm, so I thought today would be quite a good one to go up, see what it's like. I've seen one YouTuber camping up here. I haven't seen any others. It's been about 25 years since I was last up here. Used to go up here quite a lot. Yeah, since moving sort of a bit more into the Lake District. I don't tend to come down here because there's so much going on in the centre of the Lake District. This here is Withup Church. This is the A66 you can hear. You can probably better hear it all night. So I'm going to take the common route up, where you go up this path and you go round the side of the fell and then kind of up. So it's like a long way up, but the other option is up there, and it's pretty steep. There is a couple of paths up there, but carrying this big load, so we're just going to take it easy. We've got all night, so like I say, it's quite calm, and it's nice to be back on a path that I haven't trodden on for 25 years. It's just starting to level off now. This hill we're coming up here, I used to cycle up this in the 90s. To be fair, it's quite a good effort to get this done on the bikes we were riding. This bit here is sort of still a climb, but fairly level. But we used to make it all the way to the top. And I can't remember what the second bit's like, but I always remember it was harder on a bike. I always remember if you do this little bit, you always get a bit of a respite on this bit. Path's a lot bigger as well now. Since I was last here, this used to be about half what it is now. There's no sunset, but you can see where the sun's setting. Still nice though. This is where we make a left and go up. This is when we used to cycle up here. You'd always make sure you were trying rested. And also, when we used to come down here on 90s bikes with 90s brakes and 90s tyres, the amount of close calls we've had at that wall is, imagine wet grass, rim brakes, which don't work in the wet. I'm pretty sure I've gone quite close to that wall on numerous occasions in my younger days. The way it's angled, it looks like a few people have hit it, but that's the way we normally used to come up. I've come up off to the right there, and I'm pretty sure this path was never like it was. It's just a little thin path. So I'm going to go off up to the top now, pretty much near the top now, and then have a scout around. I know it's a bit of a plateau. For what I remember, there's like almost two summits, and it kind of splits. And if you take this path here, it takes you up the middle of them. But I'm going to go up to the front first, have a look around and see what I can find. It's supposed to be a clear night, but look at that over there. I was thinking of camping over there somewhere. This is the top. That cloud is looking quite thick, but it is going that way. There's Bath just over there, Lord's Seat. Then you've got Broom Fell and Harriet Hill, I think is that one there, and then you got Long Fell. This is where we used to go on bikes, down the other side here. So I'm going to have a little scout around. That looks quite good. There is a little camp spot. I can feel the rain now. Feeling the wind's going that way, but when I look at these clouds, they look like they're going the opposite way. Just looking for a camping spot. I've got my t-shirt, I've got this little body warmer on, and it's so nice. There's a breeze and it's not cold, The last few days we've had like a really icy cold wind. You know, in the wind it was freezing. You've seen in my last video. And I had to put my gloves on because I was freezing to put my tent down. I mean, tonight, I think we're still talking about 18 degrees. So I'm just looking for a little spot now. I can see a few. I just want to have a little look around and pick the best, really. Probably won't be going camping right on the top there because I see one down there that looks pretty good. So the top's just there. Got a little kind of camping spot there, but there's a path that comes down, one that goes across and then one that comes up. But I'm just looking over to the right here. There's a couple of flat spots down there that I'm just going to go and have a look at. Okay, there's a spot here. Looks quite good. You can see Bass Lake. It's quite misty coming in now. You can just kind of see working in the coast there. I'm just going to go over here and have a look on this top here. And that last one is looking really good, nice and level. So I'll look over here and see what we can find. I always have a little proper good scout around, you know, don't take the first one you see. Okay, there's this point here. It's not as level as the other. You can see the main path coming up, going up there. And if I can see them, they can see me, kind of thing. So I'm gonna go back to that second pitch, I think. Some sheep here. Nice little dip here if the wind gets up. I think I'll go back to that other pitch there. Hopefully this cloud clears up. So if anyone's wondering, you know, when you're solo camping, and when I started, I was like a bit, not afraid, but wary of there's going to be noises at night. So I look at what's around. So we've got a little sheep track here. You can tell it's a sheep track because it's so narrow, you know, it's the width of a foot. And this is where sheep come along. So if I'm going to be camped there, then more than likely you're going to hear sheep walking around. So I think I'm going to pitch here, and that's going to be my window. Right, well, that's pumping up. Let it do its thing. We can stare and watch the views. Now, the good thing about this is, because the weather is coming this way, I can see, because it's on and off. That was the rain that hit us just before, and that's now going off that way. And it's misty, but you know, just no wind, no rain, sorry. Just see shaft of light coming down through that little bit. Now, sod's law, if it was a clear night like it was last night, it would be lovely, but you can't beat it. I think I figured out the way to use these Thermarest ones. They don't have as much power as the flex tails. You've literally just got to open up the valves there, like you're letting it down, and just let it do its thing. And eventually it does. Right, well, it's time for another Mugu review. One of these. This one's pineapple flavour with nada de coco. Let's try it. It's very sweet. Pineapple flavours. It's not what you expect. Pineapple's quite, you know, it's got a sharp taste to it. This is quite smooth, very sugary. If someone had told me this was peach, I probably would have said, yeah, it is. It hasn't got that sort of acidic taste to it, but still good, still good.
Bonnie lads on tour once again. Right. Going out on the lash on a weekend doesn't appeal to me anymore. This is the perfect tonic.
Right, tonight we've got a new toy to play with, and this is this MSR remote stove thing. Basically what you do is you set up that, put your gas canister on there, and then you screw your stove into there, so it sits a bit lower. Obviously not like that, but I'll show you when I get it all set up. There you go. So it means I've got the gas canister separate from the stove, so when I put that in, it doesn't sit as high and it's a lot more stable as well. Right, so I'm going to boil some water. I've got some new food to try as well. Right, so we've got this Thai red curry, vegan, real Thermarest. Now I've been told that this stuff is the best stuff to have. It's expensive, it's like £12 just for one of these, but it's supposed to be really nice, so let's give it a go. Right, I've got that filled with 350ml of water. I'll let that sit for 8 minutes now and try it out and see what it's like. Right, let's give this a taste. Oh, real Thermarest. I've got good expectations for this one, so we'll give it a go. Well, it's nice. I wouldn't say it was gourmet meal nice. I wouldn't say it was £12 nice. I mean, this is a vegan Thai red curry as well. You can actually cut it off again and make this smaller, so you can rip that off, which I might do, just to make it easier for eating. But taste wise, yeah, you can't go wrong with it. Real Thermarest. I think if you're a very picky eater, which I'm not, but if you are, definitely get one of these. Right, anyway, that's my meal. I'm going to get off to bed now, and I'll see you in the morning. peaceful night last night. Did the usual waking up and going back to sleep again, but all in all it was quite good. Let's have a little peek outside and see what we can see. Well, albeit a misty morning, it is quite nice. It's quite picturesque actually. I'm going to get up and then get packed up and then we'll get down. Right, I just popped outside to take a quick photo of the tent and everything, and there's a bit of a wind out there. I didn't realise. Shows how good this tent is actually. Thought it was just a bit of a breeze, but yeah, considering the amount of wind out there, it's doing good. Right, let's get packed up. Right, the grass is a bit longer here, so you can kind of see where I've been, but that'll soon pop up. And as usual, leave no trace. There's a couple of fluffy bits. I think either sheep, yeah, I think it's sheep's wool actually. I thought it was some down from my sleeping bag. Right, one last look. Not much views, but still nice. Not too much noise from the road either last night. Right, we're going to head off down. We're not going to go up to the top there. We're just going to take this sheep trail down and then meet up with the main path. You know, making these videos sort of started with an intent to do guides and help people around the Lake District and stuff like that, but it's kind of transpired into two things really: wild camping and me actually getting out on fells that and exploring a bit more. You know, I haven't been up here for 25 years. When we used to come up here, it was one path up, one path down. Last night I had a walk around and I'm just coming down this way here, and all these like little rocks, all these little places. I always remember this fell as just a dome, you know, going up and then back down again. But there's like loads of little ledges off to this side, and you know, it's actually quite good for camping. All the bits down this side, and I was thinking, you know, I'll just go on the top and that's it. But you know, I mean, it is a windy fell because of where it's at. You know, you've got this plateau all the way out to the sea, so the wind, when it's coming in this way, it just funnels through and hits this fell, and it gets really windy, or it can get really windy. But I didn't realise there was all these little domes. Look at all these sheep here. Where they at now, yeah. All these little mounds like that one there that you can hide behind, and little camping places. So I think I might come up here again. I think it'll be great in summer, and to be honest, I think it'll be quite fun in winter. There's loads of little places. I mean, just as I'm walking down here, like I say, never been down this path. Usually go up the main path, and there's a little bit just here. We're all over the place. My wife keeps saying I should, if I fall over, I should film myself. So I'm going to keep filming. just looking at this road here. So it's midweek, and I used to have a 9-to-5 job, still do, but I'm self-employed now. So if I want a midweek camp, I can have a midweek camp. But anyway, I used to drive that road 5 times a week, and for the last sort of 3 to 4 years working there, I wasn't happy. So I started cycling, and I used to cycle to work, and it would help. But I was still going to work, and it was good, but it kind of deadened the what I get out of cycling, because I was just going there, so it became training. I got really fit and did a few triathlons and stuff, and then things happened and it kind of all stopped. It took a while for me to get back into fitness, and what I did was because I was doing triathlons and stuff, I thought I liked it. I did, I did get some enjoyment out of it, but I wasn't getting up any mountains. I wasn't going up any fells. So I did what any person would do, like me. I look on Facebook Marketplace and eBay and stuff, and bought a new bike. I bought a mountain bike, which is what I did before I started doing all the triathlon stuff. And I thought, well, I did that before, when I enjoyed everything. And, I want to go back on the mountains again. So I did. Bought the bike, started taking me up the fells, and things transpired again. I was self-employed. I was not living the dream, but living the dream that I created. And it's taken a while for me to realise. It's taken from now, doing these videos, what I actually enjoy. And it's not the mountain bike. I do enjoy the mountain biking. It's not the fitness. It's just getting out. Just getting out and being free. When I'm up there in the fells, I'm not worrying about normal life's worries. It's a bit cliche, but it's just me and the fell. And it's taken these videos for me to realise this. So what I thought I was building a channel for, to do guides for people, how to get up mountains, has actually became a bit of self-mentoring, I suppose. Talking to the camera, I'm sort of like talking to myself at the same time, and it's makes you think why you're doing these things, because I want to explain to people why I'm doing these things. Normally I don't, I just go and do it and don't really think about why I'm doing it. So, sorry to blab on a bit, but having, this time to think and reason to think why you're doing these things has actually made me realise what I want. It's easy, really. I just want to go out. I just want to go out and play. But anyway, I am out, I'm playing, I'm documenting it for everyone to see and for myself to look back on. And in the wise words that one person once said, this has been Lost in the Lakes, and we'll see you in the next one.